Okay. So you got your wish. Uh,
I got my wish.
yeah, you got your wish.
I made a wish.
You did.
Okay.
Men who transition to women, they can no longer participate in certain sports, namely swimming. So your wish came true. You did get that. How do you feel?
Oh yeah, yeah, I did actually. I do remember Tinkerbelling that one. And listen, there, like I said, there are certain sports where no matter how much a woman trains, how long she trains for, how many hours of the day, it cannot make up for bone density that's not and muscularity and other physical attributes that are natural to people who are biologically born as men, right? So I just felt like there's that makes sense to me, man. It's been proven, bro. You know what I wasn't thinking about last time we spoke this? The females, the biologically born females who participated in this swim meet.
Yeah.
A lot of them have probably been doing this since they were kids, training young, forever. I don't know a lot about the trans person who ended up winning, but if it's somebody who did train from when they were a kid, they were obviously competing against other boys. If it's somebody who was only training for the last few years or 5-6 years since the transition or whatever, then that's also problematic, because then it's like, look, at if this isn't proof right here, then what else do we need to see, right?
Well, according to the new policy, which will be in effect on June 20th, male to female transgender athletes will only be eligible to compete in women categories in FINA, FINA, hope I pronounced that right, competitions. If they transition before the age of 12 or before reaching stage 2 on the puberty Tanner scale, whatever that is. I'm assuming it has to do with like hormones and things like that.
Right.
So yeah, what is this? The policy reads, without eligibility standards based on biological sex or sex-linked traits, we are very unlikely to see biological females in finals or on podiums or in championship positions and in sports and events involving collisions or projectiles. Biological female athletes would be at a greater risk of injury.
I
So
like it. I like the little words if it's somebody who transitions before puberty, we will allow them in. I agree with that, first of all, because obviously puberty is when all of that stuff happens. The physical change between boys and girls really starts to differ, is when puberty hits. But if you start doing that before puberty, I'm fine with that too.
FINA will always welcome every athlete. The creation of an open category will mean that everybody has the opportunity to compete at an elite level. So what that reads like to me, and just correct me if I'm wrong, you or anybody watching, is they will create a category where male to female transgender, even if you started the transition after 12, can compete. That's how it reads to me. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've been saying that the entire time. Just create I was going to say give them, but create a category where, all right, if women want to compete, they want to compete in that category against male to female transition, they should have the opportunity to do that. Create a category for that. I think that that's what they should have been done. So, I can't remember. There was some.
What is FINA? Is that like a lower division of swimming? What is that? Is that a separate league? Because as far as I know, the controversy started because the trans female swam in a Division 1 sport, like it was a Division 1 class in collegiate sports. So I'm assuming that FINA is a separate I don't know, swim league. I don't know what you would call them.
So here it is. So FINA is the international federation recognized by the International Olympic Committee for administrating international competitions in water sports.
Oh, so that means that they will still allow this in the Olympics, is what that sounds like.
Yeah, pretty much.
then I'm still stuck with my original argument.
Well, as long as they,
I
started the
didn't get my
trans,
wish.
as long as they started the transition before.
Oh, so that includes, okay, so that's for FINA. That
Yeah,
was for
yeah,
FINA. Okay.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, if you want to transition before puberty, before you have a chance to get muscular and all that type of stuff, go ahead, do your thing, man.
I mean, that's I
And then
don't.
that's multiple years of hormones as well.
I know, but that's gonna be. And I don't know, but I'm assuming that would be rare. Well, the point is you still live with your parents at like when you're 12 or under 12, and you'd have to have some really liberal, open-minded parents to allow that to happen. And of course, they're out there, and I don't want to say they should or they shouldn't. Every family dynamic is different. Religious beliefs come into play, and there's a ton of different variables as to where a mother and a father or just a single parent would be like, yeah, 10-year-olds start that transitioning process. When I was 12, I can't even remember. Like, all I know is I was doing dumb shit. And nothing that I did or said to myself that I was going to be at 12 stuck today as I am 38. Now, that's me. You might
Okay, but
be
peep
10,
this.
you might be 10, 11 and know exactly what you want to be. And that's you.
Peep this. So if I'm a young child, right, and I identify as this, right? I believe right now we're at a time where it's easier than it was before for people to come out. Definitely, 100%, right? And we're talking like years down the road as it evolves more, as the community opens up more, and as the world opens up more to that community and all that type of stuff there. I believe that more younger children are going to be willing to make this transition. And if you are also one of those young children, 12, 13, whatever age, and you have a dream of doing something or becoming something great in athletic sports, whether it's basketball, whatever it is, and this is what you have to do in order to achieve that as the person you believe you are. I like the fact that they're telling them what is required of you if you want to do this.
Yeah, of
At
course.
least now you know. At least now you know you can do that. So
Right.
this is creating a category for them. You know what I'm saying? It's just this is what the criteria that has to be met. I'm sorry if you're too old.
All right.
Sorry,
Well,
not sorry.
I mean, it is what it is. Viewing public, what are your thoughts on this? You think it's fair? Do you think it's unfair? We've been asking the same question since we've started talking about this. They've now just made it air quote official. I'm sure there's going to be some pushback and some criticism, but at that point, you're really just speaking to a wall because it is what it is now. But I'd still like to know, is this fair or is this unfair? Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. My pool is open. Deuces. Let me clarify that.
What the
My
hell did that?
neighborhood.
What does that mean?
Hold on for a second. What do you mean? Did you see the weather today? It was like 31. What I
I
mean
know, but
is
just
the
based on what
pool
we're
in
talking
my,
about,
I know, right? The pool in
right?
my neighborhood is open. I can go for a swim.
Listen, trans community, there's the invitation has been sent. You know where the pool is at. If you don't, hit me up in the comments. I will let you know where the pool is at. You have been given the invite.
You're just gonna be giving out my addy, eh? All right, fair enough.
If they put it in the comments, I gotta, you gotta give the people what they want.
Okay. All right.